You ever been in a place where you feel like you're stuck in a cycle? Like no matter how hard you try, no matter how much you push, you keep running into the same wall? Like every time you take a step forward, something inside of you pulls you 2 steps back. That's not the enemy. That's not your circumstances. That's not your past baby. That's you. That's the version of you that's afraid to step into the fullness of who God created you to be. That's the version of you that's comfortable in dysfunction. That's addicted to excuses. That's so used to survival that you don't even recognize when it's time to live. We love to blame other people for why we aren't where we want to be. We love to point fingers at what they did, what they said, how they left, how they betrayed us, how they hurt us. But the truth is, the biggest fight you will ever have is not with them. It's with you. It's with the part of you that holds on to pain like it's a security blanket. The part of you that replays every failure like a highlight reel. The part of you that refuses to believe that greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. That weak version of you, that fearful, hesitant, second-guessing, maybe I'm not enough version of you, it has to die. It has to die because it cannot carry you into your next season. It has to die because it is too small for the dreams God placed in your spirit. It has to die because it is robbing you of the destiny that is waiting on the other side of your courage. I know it's hard. I know you've spent years in the identity of someone who plays small, someone who lets their past define their present, someone who lets fear drive their decisions. What if I told you that who you have been is not who you have to be? What if I told you that you don't have to keep playing that same old song of pain, of struggle, of almost but never enough? What if I told you that on the other side of your obedience is a breakthrough that will make you forget the weight of the chains you carried? You have to make a decision. You have to choose that the version of you that accepts less, the version of that self, the version of you that allows distraction to keep you from your purpose. It has to go. It has to go because your future depends on it. It has to go because there is a version of you that is whole, that is powerful beyond measure, waiting magic you reveal. But here's the thing, killing that weak version of yourself is not about waiting until you feel ready. It's not about waiting until the fear disappears, until the doubt no longer whispers in your ear, until life gives you an easy path. No, baby, you do it scared. You do it uncertain. You do it while your voice shakes and your knees buckle. You do it while the enemy tells you that you're not strong enough, not good enough, not worthy enough. Because if you wait until you feel ready, you will never move. If you wait until you feel qualified, you will never step into your calling. God did not call you to comfort. He did not anoint you for mediocrity. I did not create you to blend in, to shrink back, to sit in the background of your own life while fear takes center stage. No, you are here for a reason. You are here because there is something inside of you that this world needs. And it's time for you to show up. That weak version of you has whispered to you for too long. It has convinced you to shrink when you should have stood. It has told you to stay silent when you should have spoken. It has kept you in rooms that you should have left, in relationships that were beneath you, in mindsets that kept you bound. But today you choose different. Today you stop waiting for permission to be powerful. Today you stop apologizing for the fire God placed inside of you. You have survived enough. You have cried enough. You have carried the weight of brokenness long enough. Now it's time to be whole. It's time to be free. It's time to rise. And listen, I won't lie to you, this won't be easiest. The weak version of you will fight for survival. It will try to remind you of every failure, every disappointment, every time you tried and fell short. It will bring up your past like it's a weapon, like it's proof that you don't have what it takes. But baby, your past has no power here. Your past is not your prison. Your past is not your prophecy. When you decide to kill that weak version of yourself, you have to starve it. You have to stop feeding it the lies, the excuses, the fear. You have to stop giving it a seat at the table of your future. You have to start speaking life over yourself. Start surrounding yourself with people who call you higher. Start walking like you already know the battle is won. Because the truth is, you are already victorious. The truth is there is a version of that is bold, that is fearless, that is unstoppable, just waiting to be unleashed. The truth is, God is not waiting for you to be perfect. He is just waiting for you to be willing to trust Him, willing to believe that He did not make a mistake when He called you. willing to step even when you don't see the full path ahead. So what are you going to do? Are you going to keep holding on to a version of yourself that is keeping you in cycles? Are you going to keep making excuses for why you can't step into the fullness of your calling? Or are you going to rise? Are you going to declare that today is the day you stop playing small? That today is the day you take back your power? That today is the day you kill that weak version of yourself and step into the strength that has always been inside of you? You've been blaming the enemy, you've been blaming your circumstances, you've been blaming your past. But the truth is, the biggest battle you will ever fight is not against the people who left you, not against the struggles you face, not against the obstacles standing in your way, it's against you. It's against the version of you that refuses to go of fear. The version of you that keeps repeating old cycles, even when you know they no longer serve you. The version of you that wants to step forward but keeps looking back. We love to talk about outside forces keeping us stuck. But what if I told you that the greatest opposition you will ever face, the one staring back at you in the mirror? What if I told you that your breakthrough isn't waiting on the right opportunity, the right people, or the right timing? It's waiting on you to dash in your own way? The thoughts you think, the words you speak over yourself, the habits you refuse to break, the wounds you refuse to heal, the things that keep you bound. These are the things that stop you from walking in the fullness of who God has called you to be. Your mind is a battlefield. Every single day there is a war between who you have been and who you are becoming. A war between the version of you that wants to stay comfortable and the version of you that is ready to be courageous. A war between the part of you that is ruled by fear and the part of you that was made to walk in faith. And let me tell you something, whichever side you see the most is the one that will win. You cannot step into your destiny if you are still entertaining the doubts of your past. You cannot walk boldly into your purpose if you are still allowing fear to dictate your every move. You cannot become the person you are called to be if you are still making excuses for why you can't. The enemy isn't always an outside force. Sometimes the enemy is the way you talk yourself out of greatness. The way you tell yourself you're not good enough. The way you convince yourself that you're too broken, too late, too unqualified. But baby, God already qualified you. He already called you. He already put purpose inside of you. And the only thing left for you to do is stop fighting the wrong battle and start winning the one within. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not your past. But as long as you keep identifying with the things that try to break you, you will never fully walk in the power of who you were created to be. The chains that have been holding you back are not locked. The prison doors that have kept you bound are not closed. You've been free all along. But you have to stop living like a prisoner to an old version of yourself. You have to stop waking up every day and surrendering to the same patterns, the same fears, the same self-doubt that God has already given you the strength to overcome. Nobody can do this for you. You can pray, you can fast, you can hope all you want, but at some point you have to make a decision. You have to decide that you are worth more than the version of you that keeps settling for less. You have to decide that you are stronger than the voice inside of you telling you to quit. You have to decide that even when fear shows up, even when the doubts creep in, even when the old you tries to pull you back, you will still move forward. It's time to stop waiting for permission. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment. It's time to stop waiting for the fear to disappear. Because it won't. You'll overcome fear by waiting for it to leave. You overcome fear by moving in spite of it. You don't win the battle against yourself by avoiding it. You win by confronting it head on. By recognizing when you are the one standing in your own way. By choosing to silence the voice of doubt and amplify the voice of truth. By deciding that the war inside of you will no longer keep you from the victory that was already yours. The question is not whether you are capable. The question is whether you are willing. Willing to let go of old excuses. Willing to break free from old mindsets. Willing to fight for the future that God has for you. Because the moment you decide that you are done battling yourself, the moment you choose to rise, to step, to move, that's the moment everything shifts. That's the moment you realize that the only thing that has ever been holding you back was there is a version of you that cannot go where God is calling you. A version of you that is too small for the destiny set before you. A version of you that is attached to old habits, old mindsets, old fears. And if you don't let it die, it will keep dragging you back to a life that no longer fits you. And we don't like to talk about this because growth is uncomfortable. Elevation requires separation. There is a shedding that has to take place, a breaking away from the familiar, and that process is not easy. It is painful to leave behind the things that once made you feel safe, even when you know they are no longer serving you. It is hard to release the identity you've worn for so long, even when you know it is no longer aligned with who you are becoming. But hear me, you cannot walk into your new season carrying the weight of an old version of yourself. The insecure you, the fearful you, the you that overthinks every decision, the you that second guesses your worth, the you that plays a network error occurred. Please check your connection and try again. If this issue persists, please contact us through our help center at help@openai.com. Fear will tell you to wait. Doubt will tell you you're not ready. Your past will whisper that you're still the same person who failed before, but none of that is true. The only thing standing between you and the life you were created to live is your decision to move, even when you don't feel ready, even when you don't have all the answers, even when the fear still lingers in the back of your mind. Too often people sit on their purpose because they are waiting for the perfect moment. They are waiting to feel qualified. They are waiting for the fear to disappear, for the resources to magically appear, for everything to align before they take a step. But the truth is, that moment will never come. You will never feel fully ready. You will never wake up one day without doubt knocking at your door. You will never reach a point where fear no longer tries to talk you out of what God has placed inside of you. That's why you have to move anyway. That's why you have to take the step even when your hands are shaking and your voice is trembling. Think about it. How many dreams have died because someone was waiting for the right time? How many callings have gone unfulfilled because someone allowed fear to convince them that they weren't enough? How many people have missed their moment because they were waiting for a confidence that only comes after you step out in faith? Confidence isn't something you wait for. It's something you build, and the only way to build it is by showing up, by doing the things scared, by proving to yourself that fear doesn't have the final say. You cannot afford to let fear keep running your life. You cannot afford to keep sitting on what God has given you because you don't feel ready. If God put something in you, it's because He already equipped you for it. He wouldn't have given you the vision if you weren't meant to bring it to life. But He's not going to force you to step into it. That's on you. That's your decision. Stop waiting for the fear to lead before you start. Start in spite of the fear. Stop waiting for someone to validate you before you move. Move because God already validated you. Stop talking yourself out of what you know you are called to do. The weak version of you thrives on hesitation. The strong version of you, the version of you that is capable, bold, unstoppable, that version is waiting on you to take action. It doesn't have to be a big step. Sometimes it's just making a decision to stop doubting yourself. Sometimes it's writing the vision down and committing to it. Sometimes it's showing up in spaces you don't feel qualified for and trusting that God will fill in the gaps. Sometimes it's just saying yes to the thing you've been running from. You don't need another sign. You don't need more confirmation. You don't need more time to prepare. What you need is to make a choice. A choice to move forward, a choice to trust that you are capable, a choice to step into the unknown, knowing that faith will carry you the rest of the way. Fear will always be there, but it doesn't get to win. It doesn't get to hold you back. It doesn't get to keep you from the life God has for you. So do it scared, do it unsure, do it while the doubt is still trying to creep in. Just do it, because the moment you stop waiting for perfect conditions and start trusting what's already inside of you, that's the moment everything shifts. What you feed will grow. What you speak will manifest. What you allow will
will continue. If you keep feeding the weak version of yourself with doubt, fear, and excuses, it will keep running your life. If you keep speaking defeat over yourself, if you keep entertaining the same negative thoughts, if you keep surrounding yourself with people who drain you instead of push you, you will stay in the same cycles. The version of you that is powerful, bold, and unstoppable cannot rise if you keep feeding the version of you that is timid, hesitant, and afraid to step into greatness. It's time to starve the thoughts that keep you small. It's time to stop entertaining the lies that say you are not enough. You have spent too much time telling yourself why you can't instead of reminding yourself why you can. You have given too much power to your insecurities, to your past failures, to the fear of what other people might think. But what if you started feeding your spirit something different? What if you started speaking life over yourself instead of allowing doubt to have the final word? What if you stopped giving your past permission to dictate your future? Your mind is the battlefield where victory is won or lost. If you wake up every day feeding yourself the same old doubts, I'm not smart enough, I'm not strong enough, I don't have what it takes, then you will live bound by those limitations. But if you wake up and start declaring truth, I am capable, I am chosen, I am equipped for this, I am walking in purpose, then your spirit will begin to shift. You don't need to wait until you feel strong to start speaking strength. You don't need to wait until you feel confident to start moving with confidence. The words you speak will shape the reality you walk in. Be mindful of what you consume, not just in your thoughts, but in your environment. Who are you listening to? Who are you allowing to speak into your life? Are you surrounding yourself with people who push you towards your purpose, or are you surrounded by people who keep you stuck? Some of you are not struggling because you are incapable. You are struggling because you are attached to the wrong voices. You are listening to people who don't believe in themselves, so they can't believe in you. You are allowing people who are comfortable in their own mediocrity to talk you out of your calling. You are stuck in places where your growth makes others uncomfortable, so instead of rising, you shrink to make them feel secure. It's time to change the atmosphere around you. It's time to be intentional about what you allow into your spirit. That means protecting your space. That means disconnecting from conversations that don't align with your future. That means removing yourself from places that don't challenge you to grow. Some of the relationships you're holding on to are feeding the weak version of you. Some of the habits you refuse to break are keeping you from evolving. Some of the excuses you keep making are robbing you of the future God has already prepared for you. This is not about waiting for someone else to come and shift your mindset for you. No one is coming to save you from your own thoughts. No one is going to force you to believe in yourself. No one is going to show up and remove the distractions that you have chosen to hold on to. That's on you. That's your responsibility. The way you speak, the things you allow, the thoughts you entertain, all of it is shaping the person you are becoming. And if you want to step into your next level, you have to start feeding your spirit what aligns with where you are going, not where you have been. The weak version of you thrives on negativity. It grows when you replay past mistakes. It gets stronger when you dwell on failures. It multiplies when you focus on what you lack instead of what you have. But the strong version of you, the one who is ready to walk in purpose, that version needs nourishment. That version needs you to feed it truth, to surround it with wisdom, to protect it from anything that keeps you bound. It's time to stop entertaining anything that contradicts the life you are called to live. It's time to stop giving attention to the thoughts, the words, and the people who keep you in a place of insecurity and fear. The future version of you, the one who is bold, fearless, and walking in purpose, is waiting for you to change what you allow in your mind, in your mouth, and in your life. The moment you do, everything will begin to shift. There is a version of you that is waiting on the other side of your obedience, a version of you that is bold, confident, and walking fully in your purpose. But you will never meet that version of yourself if you keep hesitating, that you will never step into your destiny. If you keep waiting for the right time, the right feelings, the right circumstances, the life you are called to live is not waiting on an opportunity. It's waiting on you. You have spent enough time thinking about it. You have spent enough time preparing for it. You have spent enough time wondering if you're capable, wondering if you're worthy, wondering if you have what it takes. But now it's time to move. It's time to step forward in faith. It's time to stop looking back, stop overanalyzing, stop waiting for a perfect confirmation that will never come. Everything you need to succeed is already inside of you. God did not make a mistake when he put that dream in your heart. He did not call you by accident. He did not place purpose in you just so you could sit on it, second-guessing yourself into inaction. You are not lacking. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. The only thing standing between you and the life you were created for is your willingness to go. Yes, fear will try to stop you. Yes, doubt will try to convince you that you're not ready. Yes, your past will try to remind you of every failure, every mistake, every reason why you should stay where you are. But none of those things define you. None of those things hold power over you unless you allow them to. You get to decide if your past will be a chain or a lesson. You get to decide if fear will be a wall or a doorway. You get to decide if you will move forward or stay stuck. The weak version of you will always find an excuse to wait. It will tell you that you need more time, that you need more resources, that you need more confirmation. But the strong version of you, the one that is waiting for you to rise, knows that the only way to become who you were created to be is to move, even when it's scary, even when you don't feel ready, even when you don't know the full plan. This journey is not about perfection, it's about progress. You don't have to know every step before you take the first one. You don't have to be the best at it before you begin. You don't have to have all the answers before you trust that God will guide you as you go. Some of the doors you are waiting for won't open until you step toward them. Some of the breakthroughs you are praying for won't happen until you start walking in obedience. Some of the confidence you are looking for will only come after you step out in faith. It's time to stop letting distractions keep you from your destiny. It's time to stop looking for validation from people who were never meant to understand your calling. It's time to stop entertaining thoughts that keep you in a place of fear. You were created for more. You were created to break cycles, to shift atmospheres, to walk in purpose. And the only way to do that is to start moving. You have come too far to stop now. You have survived too much to let fear win. You have fought through too many battles to let doubt keep you stuck. Your destiny is not behind you, it's ahead of you. And if you want to walk in it, you have to stop hesitating, stop second guessing, stop looking back, step forward, move boldly, trust that God has already gone before you, and whatever you do, don't you dare look back. There is no keynote no 6 in the original list you requested. However, if you want me to expand on a new point or create an additional keynote, let me know how you like to proceed. As you stand at the crossroads of your destiny, remember this: the only thing standing between you and the life you've always dreamed of is the decision to let go of the version of yourself that keeps holding you back. The fear, the doubt, the excuses, and the hesitation, they are not your identity. You are more than the struggles you've faced. You are more than the mistakes you've made. You are more than the fear that tries to paralyze you. The strength you need to step into your destiny is already inside of you. Now is the time to rise above the person who has kept you stuck. It's time to silence the voices that tell you that you can't. It's time to move forward, even when you don't feel ready, even when it's uncomfortable, even when the world around you tries to convince you to play small. Every step you take in faith, every decision to walk away from your past, every act of courage, no matter how small, brings you closer to the person you were always meant to become. Your future is not shaped by the circumstances around you, but by the choices you make today. You have the power to change the trajectory of your life by choosing to feed the stronger version of yourself. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, you are one step closer to living the life God has prepared for you. You don't have to wait for permission. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. The moment is now. The person you are becoming is waiting for you to stop hesitating, stop doubting, and start moving. Your destiny is not something that will fall into your lap. It's something you have to step into with confidence and trust that God will meet you every step of the way. So rise up, shake off the chains of fear and doubt, kill the weak version of yourself that has held you hostage for far too long. Step boldly into your future because the world is waiting for the version of you that is ready to walk in purpose, to make an impact, and to live the life that is already yours. Now is the time to be who you were always meant to be. This is your moment. This is your time. The only thing standing in your way is you. So move, step, go, and don't you dare look back.